Good morning. It is Monday, July the 12th. You're with Heidi and Colette on First Local. Hope you had a great weekend. I know that we had shared a wonderful weekend as well, so the weather was absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
So we have one Craig Huckerby to thank. And might I mention, it is Sir Craig Huckerby's birthday today. So yay!
Yay! Happy birthday,
Happy birthday to Craigers. He's looking all sorts of GQ today, so check that out in a couple minutes when he updates us. There's our award-winning Craig Huckerby. Is that his one of his many accolades that he has received due to that documentary that he was a part of?
That's right.
Over 100 awards, and we wish you a very happy birthday, Craig. You're very important to us here, and
yes,
hope you have a great day. And thank you for bringing us such beautiful weather on the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
right? It was hot.
It was hot enough that you could swim in Lake Superior.
Yes. Do tell us more.
Well, it was rocky, so I wore my Converse, right? Because you don't want to just be kind of like walking on the rocks. It's difficult to do. So you had to walk, of course, out a certain distance before it was deep enough to get in. So, there were those, preliminary moments of panic. But I mean, the hallmark of like swimming in Superior for me is typically that, as soon as you put any part of your naked body in it, you go numb, like instantly.
Oh.
But no, that didn't happen.
Sounds like a special time. Oh, okay, it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, that's my nod to how hot it was, is
Okay,
that,
gotcha,
you were
I'm on
able to
board.
swim in Lake Superior and retain feeling in all of your extremities. So great weather, yay sun, and what a great time it was. So.
Well, let's go over to Mr. Birthday Man, Craig Huckerby, for the weather update. And Craig, we do hope you have a great birthday today. Look at all kinds of GQ. Tell us what the week is going to look like.
I'm getting a message.
Thank you very much.
We're
And
frozen.
I've always wondered what 30 would feel like, and here we are. 30 years old. I can't believe it. Speaking of 30, we could actually hit 30 degrees today. A little spillover from our great weekend weather. We'll take a look out. Are we going outside, Mike? No. We're going to go to the radar. There we go. So today we're basically what we had on the weekend. We're going to have today for the most part. We're going to see just sunny skies, blue skies, some very warm temperatures. Like I say, we could hit 30 degrees today. The forecast high is 29, so it's not a far bit of a stretch. But we do have some systems that we're worrying about for later on this weekend, because it is Rotary Fest is coming Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and it looks a little soggy at this point, but we will touch on that on the 3-day forecast. Right now, let's take a look at the 12-hour forecast. This is what your day is looking like. And we have a little bit of cloud right now, not very many. That's going to clear out very quickly. We're going to see some warm breezes develop in the afternoon. Temperatures around, the 29-degree mark and 30-degree mark. And then we're going to start seeing some showers and clouds roll in late tonight, so maybe during the overnight and setting up for the weekend, where we could be a little soggy this weekend, but we'll touch on that on the 3-day forecast coming up shortly. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette for some local news.
Well, happy 30th birthday, Craig. You look mighty fine. And doesn't he look great with his blue today?
He looks fantastic most days, so
Yes,
today he looks just that little bit more fantastic.
Definitely looks 30 today.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to hit up what Phase 3 is going to look like in Ontario at the end of this week. We're going to bring you more of that. Apparently, there were some highway shutdowns over the weekend, which you experienced firsthand. Both of them. The NOJHL schedule is out this weekend. And if you're a sports fan, you saw a lot of Italian flags wailing out the window yesterday and honking. They won the Euro Cup Finals was yesterday. They won in penalty kicks. And if you're a soccer fan or have any knowledge of soccer, you know that a shootout is quite the way to end any type of game, but let alone soccer.
Okay.
And Conor McGregor, well, let's just say I went to bed as soon as the fight was over with a sad face. But we're hoping that he's getting much better, and we've got some. I'm hoping to get Mike. But what happened to Conor McGregor's foot over the weekend? If you've got a weak stomach, you do not want to see it. Oh, that's about it.
So there's your warning.
There's your warning, kids. It's just like if you want to watch Heidi and Colette and you have a weak stomach, you're just gonna. All right, we're gonna throw to commercial shortly. Do you want to busted off with what Rotary Fest is coming
Yeah,
up?
well, Rotary Fest, of course, is coming up, and they've changed the format. At least this year it won't be virtual,
Yeah.
as so many events have been. This one will be more of a drive-through format, so kind of gently easing back into some sense of normalcy. But they did have
cool.
a 50-50 draw. It's huge. It's great. Like I said, it just kind of feels like everything is like, okay,
The world
good.
as we know it is coming back together.
So they had a 50-50 draw, and there was an early bird component to that. So Jeff Leahy answered his phone at 1 minute past 7, and he received news. So 1 minute past 7, I guess that would have been Friday.
Okay.
And he received the news that he and his wife Kim had won $5,000,
Oh,
which
what a
was
nice
the
phone call.
Yes, early bird draw for the Rotary Fest 50-50. So Jeff, once again, it kind of, it's like the couple that won the Arch 50-50 draw, we buy tickets as our way of helping out. So always keep in mind that, you're not just gambling, you're doing something good for the community when you participate in these 50-50 draws. So
You see, this is why you're my friend. You make everything that much better. When you have an eloquent way of putting things that make you feel like, you know what, you're gambling, but you're not gambling. You're helping the society. You're
Well, I
awesome.
mean, there are so many things that you could do.
I
But
know.
yeah,
I
I mean, if you're doing something and you feel kind of
Call
iffy
Heidi,
about
you'll
it,
feel
give me a
great.
call. I'll find a way to make that just fine.
Oh,
don't worry.
Colette, don't you remember? I'm just fixing my mascara. My mascara. Which Jim Whitty sent me a funny image of, by the way.
So they started buying the tickets when they went online because it was easy to do. He was able to coordinate with his wife. But now, having won the $5,000 early bird, their ticket actually remains now in the draw because there is going to be a guaranteed $25,000 jackpot, which will be drawn at 9:45 on July 17th, which is Saturday.
Yeah.
So we do have this posted to our website at SiouxOnline.com. So if you're looking for more information, you want to purchase tickets online, the link is there. It's rotaryfest.com. So congratulations to Jeff and Kim Leahy.
Yeah, so we hope you are able to maybe get a little vacay in this summer. As you said, everything is starting to kind of roll open, and we're going to go over step 3 of the the provinces of Ontario's plan to reopen. Before we go to commercial, I just want to connect with you about the residential withdrawal management for and safe beds. This is a very big thing for the city of Sault Ste. Marie.
Certainly.
Recently, they announced that they will be moving off-site from the SAH. They didn't know where. Well, they will be moving to where the Sault Star building is on Old Garden River Road. That is at 145 Old Garden River Road. Sault Area Hospital Core Project Team completed a comprehensive search of several buildings in the Sault. Each option evaluated based on the provincial standards for withdrawal management services and Ministry of Health standard space services as well. For community-based programs focusing on proximity to the hospital.
Right.
So clearly 145 Old Garden River Road is just down the road from SAH.
Yes.
And emergency services, there's a few right on second line there, right?
Yeah.
So that's great. As well as a green space. So, I guess if you want to go in and do some projects outside.
I think it's a really great location, actually. And
Absolutely, it's a big building.
And for all of the reasons that you said, but I think as well, with some of the management centers being located in the downtown core, some of the business owners had some concerns about that, right?
Sure.
So it's kind of taking those services outside.
Yeah.
I think that you're right. I think it's fantastic.
And the green space there. But over the coming weeks, SAH will work with the property's owner, De Tomaso Developments, and the City of the Sault to ensure all zoning is appropriate. And SAH is committed to working with the community and partners, but this is a very big news for our city. And we'll be right back after this short break. We're going to talk about what's going to happen on Friday when we open back up.
Somebody bring me a coffee.
Someone bring her a double-double on the stats stack. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
COVID-19 is a serious health threat. When you touch things like gas pumps, door handles, or someone else's cell phone, you can spread the virus, even if you don't have symptoms. Don't put lives at risk. Wash your hands. Stay Stay 2 meters apart. That's a distance of 2 arms lengths. And if you're sick, stay home to save lives. A message from the Government of Canada.
Don't click it, Mike. It's a scam.
Oh, hi, Voice of Reason. It looks legit.
Don't click. Listen to your voice of reason before you act.
I deleted it.
Canada.ca/BScamSmart can help. Continue.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. You have Colette and
Yes, we do.
Heidi.
Good morning.
Fresh off the weekend.
An awesome weekend it was.
Very good
It
weekend.
was a great weekend.
Yeah. Got to prance about smartly. It was very fun. As
Could have told me my thing was falling off my shoulder.
I thought it was just your look. How did you
No.
just speak like saucy? Kind of like, oh, it's my shoulder.
No.
How do you like my shoulder?
You don't see my shoulder.
Your parents are watching.
Yeah, I
Colette.
know.
Pull your shirt up.
Jeez.
Okay, so as part of my prancing smartly, I did encounter some very serious situations on Highway 17
Yes, you
North.
did.
So Friday night, out there prancing, and there
Tell me
was
more about this prince.
a road closure at Hayden, actually. So I don't know if I have, there weren't a lot of details about the story at Hayden, except that the highway was closed for a significant period of time. I know that there was a collision between a transport and a vehicle.
some mapping.
And the police were turning people around and sending them back, like it was a full-blown closure. Then, on Saturday, and as always, we'll keep you up to date as more details become available. So the second of the two occurred at Gooley River, there used to be there's a little strip mall there, and right there at Pine Shores Road, the police had closed Highway 17 North. So once again, I was detoured trying to get to where I was going. And this one we had a little bit more information, so we've learned that at least 3 motorcyclists were taken to the hospital after the collision. According to a family friend who had knowledge of the situation, there was a person who had to be put into surgery immediately.
Oh, shoot.
One person was listed as being stable, in stable condition, and then one person had to be airlifted south for
crap.
treatment. Yeah, very significant injuries.
Yeah.
I've learned third hand, so I won't really talk about
Yeah,
that
okay,
because
no
I
problem.
have no verification. But again, as always, we will keep everybody posted as more details become available.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Well, as you know, the bus terminal has been a hot topic, hot topic conversation in the city of Sault Ste. Marie. Tonight is City Council, and tonight they are going to be looking through a 172-page report.
Wow. Yeah.
With
Good
regards
times.
to showing options, including the not publicly supported move to 111 Huron Street. So simply put, we got some numbers. Again, what is going on with? I did dress myself properly. I guess maybe not. Can you let me know? No. Renovate. These are the options coming to City Council tonight. Renovate 111 Huron Street is going to cost us $2.16 million over 4,200 square feet. Second option, new terminal at Dennis Street, where it's going to cost $2.33 million to result in 3,300 of square feet.
Okay.
And renovate existing terminal, which is going to cost $972,000. That would cost 100 square feet in the already tiny space. If you notice in the estimate for Huron Street, they project $225 per square foot. In the estimate for the new building on Dennis Street, the square foot number is not shown. They estimated the new build with our rough math at $325. Is there really a $100 difference in renovating to new costs per square foot? You will notice a new building downtown is actually cheaper to build. It's no secret that the city's stance, including at the bottom of this report, is to move the terminal, as we know. So a very contentious issue that is, again, 172 fine words put to paper will be across the councilors this evening. So we will be streaming our city council meetings as well. So join Dan and myself. We're going to be covering that. We're listening to that, and we'll have some more info out tomorrow. And then Dan's going to go into detail on all your municipal needs. So Look forward to that. What else you got? Vandals hit some. Oh, let's talk about those flower boxes because you gave a pretty stern PSA on Friday.
Well, it still
Deserved.
Still makes me angry, but I'm relatively relaxed in this moment. So what I will tell you now is more information is coming to light. So there was a video that we did air that had been posted to Facebook showing, a number of large flower boxes that had been like knocked over with flowers and dirt kind of spilling across sidewalks.
Oh,
yeah.
Here's the.
So now we have closed circuit television footage. And it shows this person, in detail, throwing over these boxes.
Look at that camera is.
Yeah, very sharp. And apparently she was, fairly profane in these moments.
Oh, okay. We're on Queen Street, right?
Yeah, this is Queen Street. Yeah, so this is Queen and Spring from what I can see.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So where is she? Oh, there she is. Wow. Look at the strength that you would require to do that. Those are big boxes. Yeah. Well, and again, so we have a statement from the executive director of the Downtown Association, Salvatore Marchese. It's just, of course, had to be put back, and they are owned and paid for by the city. So yeah, it's an unfortunate act of vandalism. I will suggest it probably wasn't planned, but what does it matter? The damage remains. So there you go.
Well, you remember last week I brought to you that over in Iceland, where I hope to one day visit soon. Hopefully if things work out in the world. 4-day work weeks are a go, and in other parts of the country, but also in our country, they're looking at this out west. But now it's rolling into a pilot project here in Ontario.
A 4-day work week?
A 4-day work week, my friend. The rural township of Zora, just east of London, is home to one of Canada's largest public sector trials of the 4-day work week.
Nice.
The township's 14 municipal staff are taking part in an 8-month test project. The first leg of the pilot ran from September to December 2020, but then, of course, something called COVID-19 rifled through the community and they had to work from remotely. So clearly it wasn't working up for a testing project. So they're back at this project. In early July, results from the world's largest study of a 4-day work week were released based on a 4-year trial in Iceland, like I mentioned, by 2,500 public service workers. It concluded that productivity in Icelandic offices, hospitals, and police stations either remained constant or was boosted. Well, hells to the yeah, I'll say it again, it's boosted. It says 4-day work weeks make people happy. Makes me happy just talking about it. Yeah, so the story will continue on. We're going to cover this, but let's just talk about, I think if I can find out what the 4-day work week looks like. Let me see, 4-day work week boost, I'm going to continue to look for it and pretend like it, but I want to know what the hours are. Oh, here we are. McLeod says his team is divided into a cohort that works Monday to Thursday, another that works Tuesday to Friday.
Okay.
Cool. Their total weekly hours remain 35, but with 4, 8, and 375, so almost 9-hour days.
Okay.
Instead of 5 7-hour days, the staff's pay has not changed during the trial. Well, clearly not.
No,
it is
same
what
amount
it is.
of hours. So
either way, you're getting a long weekend, whether it be the Monday or the Friday. Ooh, which one do I want? Anyway, I'm just excited to come to Ontario because I've always said I'd like to meet the person who created the 4-day work week, and I know he's a man. Yes, I said that. Okay. What do you have next?
Well, I'll talk to, it's not news to anybody that we are experiencing an opioid crisis. That word has been bandied about quite frequently. Sault Police Services has addressed this ongoing crises. They have indicated that they do support harm reduction, education, rehabilitation, and recovery as methods of relief from the ongoing opioid crises. Our northern communities have not been immune to the poisonings and tainted drug supply that continues to rob life from people that we love. We have a very thorough statement from Chief of Police Hugh Stevenson, and he is engaging everybody and suggesting that we must rally as a community, as people of Sault Ste. Marie and Prince Township to show empathy for our fellow citizens and help pick them up during their time of need. The general reminder is out there that addiction is in fact an illness. We have learned throughout the pandemic that when we commit to halting the spread of an illness, we can do it. So, you know, the increased focus again is on harm reduction and safe consumption sites as methods to stop the spread of the illness. And to those who are not afflicted with the illness of drug dependency, these ideas might seem extreme, they might seem foreign, but it's important for everybody to know that accredited and approved safe consumption sites are not sources of narcotics. Trained healthcare professionals are on site to provide clean supplies, prevent overdose deaths from occurring, and to connect addicts with the supports that they need to beat the addiction. So, good article posted to our website, so do go check it out to get more information about what is being proposed.
Awesome. And then, like I said, we are going to have the new wellness center opening up an old 145 Old Gardner River Road. So it's nice that the city is doing something. Okay, when we come back, we are going to talk about some counterfeit money.
Yes.
We're going to talk about how movie theaters are facing some arbitrary actions on reasonable reopening restrictions.
Okay.
So not too sure we'll talk more about that. It feels like forever since I've been in a movie theater.
I know.
But I'm kind of like just, putting on my jams
been
and
a
eating some
while.
chips and watching it
I
in
think
bed.
a lot of people are getting used to that.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk about Phase 3 opening up in Ontario this Friday. So stay tuned, come right back, but watch these messages.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Loss is something that never leaves you. Donate $45 today to help victims of impaired driving. A message from Mad Canada.
Always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Yeah.
Good morning and welcome back to this Monday morning edition of First Local Mornings. It is July the 12th. You are here with Colette.
Good morning.
I am Heidi.
You
and
are?
we are in full-blown celebration mode for one Craig Huckerby. As he is celebrating his birthday. And Craig,
30th.
being a twin, I'm going to say happy birthday to Gary as well. So happy birthday, Craig and Gary.
Maybe Gary was born after 1201.
Oh, I don't know. Well, that could be. That.
Or is Gary older?
I don't know.
Then maybe Craig
I don't know who the.
I'm just throwing a monkey wrench.
And you know what? And now maybe Craig is annoyed because he's had to share his birthday, the spotlight, all his life, and here I am doing it again. Anyway, Craig, you share no spotlight when you are talking about the weather. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Well, today we're going to enjoy another beautiful day, just like the weekend. Temperatures may even top 30 degrees. We'll take a look at the radar and we'll show you, we do have a couple of things we're watching. There's a system to our south that is rising right to us. Actually, it's going to slide more to our east, but we're going to see some of that spillover from rain showers later on tonight, maybe during the overnight period. Other than that, we're going to see a beautiful summer day. And we do have another system out to the west that we're watching for later on this week that could affect Rotary Fest. Let's take a look at temperatures. Not doing all that bad today. The forecast high is 29. We could exceed that by 5 o'clock this afternoon. 27 in Wawa. We're all in the upper 20s actually. Another beautiful summer day here in northeastern Ontario. This is the system map for today. Here's that low pressure system I was telling you about. It's kind of pushing up, so we could see some spillover of some showers overnight tonight and lasting into our day Tuesday. And then we have this system here that we're watching for Thursday into Saturday that just could linger around the Great Lakes and give us some cloud and some showers for Rotary Fest. So this is the forecast for the next 3 days though. Today, plenty of sun in the forecast, 29. Some warm breezes out there just to make it even feel more like summer. 27 degrees for your high on Tuesday. It's going to stay warm. We're just going to see those showers work in during the overnight and into our day Tuesday. We have a little bit of a dry spell on Wednesday with a mix of sun and cloud. Temperatures not bad at 25, and we keep those temperatures around the Mid-20s to upper 20s right into the weekend. It's just some showers we have to deal with. We'll try to work on that for later on this week. That is your weather right now. Let's send it back to Heidi and Colette. I'll be back at the end of the show with an update.
Well, thank you for that, Craig. And we will continue to celebrate you and your very good news all day long.
Absolutely, Mo.
All right, shall I talk about some counterfeit money?
Sure can. I got some West End collisions to talk about too.
Ooh, saucy. All right, July 8th, officers responded to a call of a suspicious person in the area of Paradise Avenue. Can be no suspicious people.
Paradise Avenue.
Yeah.
Loving that.
Not in Paradise.
Is it in Pea Patch, obviously?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and assume. So upon arrival, officers did locate the accused. Upon speaking with him, officers learned that he is currently bound by a release order to remain in his residence between the hours of 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So discovering the accused was in violation of his release order, he was arrested. A subsequent search of the accused found him to be in possession of approximately $1,700 worth of counterfeit Canadian currency. So now he is charged with possession of counterfeit money, 2 counts of breach of recognizance and breach of probation, and he was held for bail court. The police are reminding everybody with a seizure of counterfeit money, there is a possibility that similar bills are already circulating in the community. So police, of course, are urging everyone to inspect bills thoroughly before accepting them, whether you are operating within a traditional retail setting or when you are completing any kind of an in-person transaction.
Well, thank you very much. Well then, Mike in my ears like, oh, I love money. Look at all that money. I'm like,
what could you do with all that money?
Shoes. Cars.
You got enough shoes.
Never enough shoes. Buy my mom some shoes. A lesson was learned over the weekend by a pickup truck. If you hit something, don't drive away. At approximately 5 p.m. on July the 10th, emergency services were informed of an MVC, acronym for motor vehicle collision, at the corner of Wallace and Patrick Street. With a catch, the vehicle was not there. So it was reported that the vehicle had struck a pole and left the scene, leaving large amounts of fluid at the corner. It was observed that the upper arm on the light standard had also busted off and was hanging on Maya's wires. Upon arrival at the scene, it didn't take long to track the fluids, which ran down Wallace Terrace to the corner of Gilly Street, where the vehicle was then located. That location also had a significant amount of coolant on the roadway. Sault Police Services received investigating. While firefighters cleaned up the fluids, PUC has been notified, or was notified at the time. There is no word of cause or charges at the point.
Everybody was able to keep their cool.
Over to you, Heidi. Everybody was able to keep their cool.
There was enough coolant for everyone.
Yeah.
But okay.
Thanks, Dan, for that. Dan is going to update you on that story.
Yeah, Dan will keep us up to date.
Dan,
for sure.
Please keep that story updated.
One more story. Well, let's just rip through the numbers really quickly. Still nothing new to report as far as new confirmed cases of COVID. Nothing new to report locally.
Sorry.
Okay, not since June 22nd. So, we're coming up on a month. We're coming up on a month, baby. Yes. Anyway, I've got the voice in my ear that's,
I have the giggles
chafing me spiritually.
I can't stop laughing in here.
I got watery eyes. That made me look. I was kind of.
This is a very serious show. We're reporting very serious things, and the community has a right to know when coolant is being
when she slaps
spilled.
her hand like that, it just makes my bum tingle.
All right. Okay,
all right,
so
get back on the
nothing
news.
new to report locally. So, we remain static at 400 cases that had been confirmed. They've all been resolved. Nobody is in the hospital currently for causes that can be attributed to COVID-19. 110 cases did screen positive for the variants of concern, but again, those numbers have not changed since June 22nd. Provincially, we continue to see a downward trend. Ontario is reporting 166 new cases of COVID-19. Yesterday, they did this report, and 6 more deaths linked to the virus. Health Minister Christine Elliott did say that there are 28 cases in Waterloo, and another 28 are located in Toronto. Grey Bruce and Peel Region each saw 18 new infections. She provides, a very nice, succinct update as to the number of vaccinations that have been administered. On Saturday, 170,537 doses of a COVID-19 vaccination were administered for a total of more than 16,997,971 doses given since the provincial immunization effort got underway. So, of those who are currently battling COVID-19 infection, the province does say that 202 patients are currently in intensive care units, with 132 of those on ventilators. The upside, the good news, which we're all looking forward to, declining case counts and high vaccination rates have allowed Ontario to accelerate its pandemic recovery plans. And as we are aware of, and Colette and I will get into, the province is now set to enter stage 3 of the reopening this coming Friday, which is 5 days ahead of what was originally put forward, which will mean, from a very high level, museums, theaters, performance venues are among the cultural sites that are set to reopen at limited capacity, while gyms, restaurants will be allowed to resume indoor operations.
Amazing.
Dinner, yes.
Dinner out, and maybe even dinner and a movie, but with several restrictions. So we got to get into a commercial when we come right back. We're going to dive into those restrictions. We're going to talk about Friday's opening. We're going to talk about City Says Old Hospital is secure and what that means, and I don't know, some moose poaching. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
Where's Tommy?
I thought he was with you.
No.
Jack!
Tommy?
Oh.
Don't stop, keep playing. Here we go, here's the fun part.
Encouragement, pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Good morning, welcome back to First Local. You're with Heidi and Colette on Monday, July 12th, aka Craig Huckerby's birthday. We are going to share with you what really made my stomach hurt and my tears come flowing down on Saturday evening when Conor McGregor did this to himself. Yeah, so he stepped back. This was just near the end of round 1. That is Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor coming out to his biggie, can't you see? Anyway, so sad. That was their third, that was their tie. It was disgusting. That was their tiebreaker fight. But Conor is still yelling profanities at Dustin, saying, "No, I'm going to kick your butt," whether it be in the octagon or on the street. So there's a lot of trash talking, which I think he needs to settle down on. But anyway, so that's not how you settle a tie.
You weren't lying. I think my stomach just
I told you.
there. That was...
If you get the fuzzy tummies, you did not want to see that. But Italy won, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. And the NOJHL has released their 2021-22 regular season schedule, which is awesome. However, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you still feeling queasy from the foot?
That was really awful to look at.
It was nasty. Nasty.
No, I don't want to look at it again. No, I don't want to see it again. Because if you show it, then I will look.
There it is. It was literally flat to the ground. Flat. Look at his face. You know a grown man is making that face. He is in pain. And then Dustin's like, you did it when you hit my leg. Whatever, Dustin. Anyway, I'm a Connor fan. Thanks, Mike, for sharing that and making Heidi's tummy go fuzzy. Over to social media.
Over to social media.
Over to social media.
Well, we have one very competitive Giselle Tchaikovsky who beat everybody to the punch this morning.
Good morning, G.
Good Monday morning, everyone, with 3 exclamation points. Good morning, Giselle. Bradley Evoy, good morning all, 3 exclamation points and a peace sign.
Nice.
Jim Whitty says, morning all. Did I say good morning to Brad? Good morning, Brad. Jim Whitty says, good morning all, with a 1 exclamation point. Morning, Jim. I did receive that picture that he sent about the massacre.
Oh, it was funny, right?
Yeah. Giselle then pops back in to say, happy birthday, Craig. And yeah. So good. Karen Bridges, good morning, ladies, all in capital letters.
Oh,
so
hi,
more
Karen.
Like, good morning, ladies.
Good morning, ladies.
And she says, and she has 2 sons, so I'm going to say, I hope the sun shines. That's going to be my guess on that one. Bradley says, happy birthday to Craig with 3 exclamation points. Good morning to you as well, Karen. Sorry, I'm like a little bit, yes. So
she's still willied off that foot of Conor McGregor.
A little bit. A little bit.
Tibia, broken tibia, underwent surgery. Everything's fine. He's coming back in 6 weeks. I know it.
Okay, Bradley. Okay, we did that. Okay. Jim Whitty says, top of the morning to you, Brad, as always. Second local. Okay. Margaret McKay, good morning all. Good morning, Margaret. Karen Bridges, I hope the sun shines as brightly as your smiles.
Aww.
And she goes, LOL, didn't finish the first one. Well, I was part the way there with you, Karen. Thank you. That's
so
very
sweet.
nice
What a
to
nice
say.
message.
Yeah, we're very lucky to have such kind people watching.
We sure are.
Bradley Evoy, good day to you, Jim, exclamation point. Enica, good morning, everyone, with 2 exclamation points. A cup of coffee, which I want. Cup of coffee, a cookie, 2 tulips, happy birthday, Craig, and then, you know, the little celebratory smiley face. You've got the cone of confetti, you've got the streamers, and 2 mugs of beer.
There you go, Craigers. Have a beer with Enica today.
I think this is a new name.
What?
Debbie Wellwood?
Hi, Debbie Wellwood.
Hello, Debbie
Hello,
Wellwood.
Debbie. Welcome.
Hello,
You're
Debbie.
the next contestant on The Price is
Right. Hello. Okay, happy birthday, Craig Huckerby. Well, thank you for watching, and thank you for saluting our very gifted weather specialist. And Craig already responded to her. He said, thank you. Chris Bridges.
Oh, what's Chris got for us today? I do look forward to Chris's messages.
Good morning, all. Today's fun fact.
Okay.
Dolly Parton.
What, her boobs? Are we going to talk about her boobs?
No.
Oh.
Dolly Parton lost in a Dolly Parton lookalike contest.
Come on.
She entered a Dolly Parton themed drag queen contest, did her hair and makeup more dramatically, and not only lost, but received the least applause.
Oh my God! Hey, there's a can. Oh, Michael, 10 points for you, buddy.
There.
Good job.
Awesome.
Chris,
Well, thanks for that, Chris.
I love his factoids. By the
His
way,
are better than mine, I gotta say.
They
but, yeah,
are really good.
whatever.
I can't say they're better than yours because yours make me happy too.
Oh,
So, Chris, thank you
you're
very
very
much for adding to the
supportive.
show.
Jim Whitty, I had a good weekend, other
Good,
than
Jim.
an old man shaking his fist at me and saying, I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids. Yes, Scooby-Doo. Yeah.
I watched Scoob on the weekend.
Did
It's
you?
funny, yeah.
Did somebody trot out that line?
they did.
The meddling kids?
I love Scooby-Doo.
They were effective meddling kids. I can't think of one time they didn't solve the mystery.
They sure did.
Steve
Just
Childs.
need some Scooby snacks.
GMAHAGWA. So good morning, all. Have a great week, all. With and Steve likes to rock the horns. He's
love the
rocking the horns. Huh.
What?
The sun's coming up between 2 huge tracks of land. Yes. And then he has a little dismayed emoji. Oh, the motorcycle. I know, right? Because I believe Steve is a motorcycle enthusiast.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
Enid
good.
sent her doggy picture and that we're going to share too.
So of course, you know,
Awesome.
yes, it's always unfortunate when people get injured doing something that they enjoy, and
Yeah,
our
for
wishes for speedy, uneventful recovery for those who have been injured. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
we do
Enica. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's see Enica's jog before we... Oh! does it have a name? We need a name, Enika. Do we have a name? Is it in the email, Mike?
Look at
Enika, please send a message. Look at that fish.
What a beautiful puppy.
C-E-R, pardon? C-E-R.
Ceres.
Well, he has a face on him that I could just snuggle with. Oh, I miss my dog. Okay,
Beautiful.
yes. Okay, well, when we come back, we are going to talk again. We are going to get to step 3. Forget this. We're going to open back up with it.
Yes.
I'm not going to say anything else. Step 3 is coming right back.
Yeah.
Yep. Step 1.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Huntington's disease is a hereditary degenerative disease of the brain,
It affects your behaviors, your mind.
and it's a relentless disease.
If you took Alzheimer's, if you took schizophrenia, if you took Parkinson's and you mix them all together, you would have Huntington's disease.
Huntington's disease is devastating.
I just hope that I'm the last.
Good morning and welcome back. We've decided to rearrange things somewhat.
Just to
Colette and I, on this Monday, July the 12th, we're going to switch it up a bit because we want to talk about some good news with regards to restrictions being rolled back.
Yeah. Your chair's making a lot of noise again. It's kind of weird. You've been lubed and it's still making noise.
Well, I don't know. I think we need a different lubricant because it seems that every time Mike comes in with his little spray can of stuff, I can still make it squeak. So,
okay, well, we'll get more lube on chair number 1. Okay, so Ontario, we'll move into this. I'm just going to head right into this story. And Ontario's, what is going on? Okay, Ontario will move to the 3rd stage of its tiered reopening plan.
Okay.
We like to refer to it as step 1. You can have lots of fun. Step 2. Well, now we're in step 3, almost.
Yeah.
Which means indoor activities, including restaurant dining.
Yes,
And
in-house.
gym use, while larger crowds are permitted for outdoor activities. Masking and physical distancing rules remain in place. So this is where I'm getting a little confused because Dr. Theresa Tam did release that reopening where she said, you know, where you can and where you don't have to wear a mask. So this contradicts that a little bit. Like to know when that plan is going to start to be phased in.
Right.
So we'll look into that this week just to talk about. So why don't you go ahead and talk about the numbers that we're going to be allowed to hit on Friday?
Okay. Why don't I do the first 3 and then you do the last 2? Because
I think that is an excellent plan.
Lots of points under the last 2. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about gatherings and services. So now indoor social gatherings will be permitted and events up to 25 people together indoors. Outdoor social gatherings and events of up to 100 people with some exceptions. Now, whenever they say that there are some exceptions, we do have links on our website that you can go to that would take you straight to the ministry website to get clarification. So if you are planning a gathering outside of 100 people, you want to make sure you know what the exceptions are.
Sure.
Larger religious services and other ceremonies like weddings and funerals can happen indoors with physical distancing measures in place. I actually follow Flowers with Flair, and I know that they've been, posting really nice video montages of the floral arrangements that they're doing.
That's so nice. I just want to interrupt you for a second. I'm just thinking I was, one of the people that had to postpone or their weddings and stuff. It's really great that this can fly again. So
I think so, for sure.
It is nice.
So restaurants, bars, and clubs.
This is all you, Heidi.
Indoor dining, yes. Indoor dining with no set limit on people per table or in the restaurant as long as physical distancing can be maintained. So that's huge.
Yeah.
Nightclubs and similar businesses can reopen to a maximum of 250 people or 25% capacity, whichever means fewer people inside. And my final point will be about sports and recreation.
Okay.
So sports and fitness facilities like gyms can reopen to 50% capacity indoors. Indoor spectator limits are capped at 50% capacity or 1,000 people, depending on which of the numbers is smaller. And outdoor spectator limits are capped at 75% or 15,000 people, depending on which number is smaller.
Okay.
Over to you.
Okay, well, if you want to go get your hair cut, if you want to go to the mall, if you want any personal care services such as getting your nails did or your hair did, you can do that at any capacity, so long as you're physically distanced. Indoor meeting event spaces can operate with physical distancing rules and capacity limit of 50% or 1,000 people.
Okay.
Real estate open houses are now permitted with capacity limits, so I'm sure your real estate agent will let you know about that, which is great for the, right now our real estate market is heading in a positive direction, so I'm sure a lot of people want to have their open houses. Under the banner of theaters, entertainment venues, and other attractions, indoor concert venues, cinemas, and theaters can open up to 50% capacity or a maximum of 1,000 people. Outdoor concert venues, cinemas, and theaters can host audience at 75% capacity or 15,000 people. Museums, galleries, historic sites, aquariums, zoos, landmarks, blah, 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 blah. Any rural exhibitions or fairs can open to 50% capacity indoors and 75 out. So that's looking really hot for this Friday.
Okay.
And again, so we did talk a little bit about what the movie theaters are going to do. I'm not going to dive into that, but make sure that you're checking anything on Friday. We will have it on our website, but this is exciting news. But it's also, this quarantine exemptions are luring visitors to Canada in advance of busy travel weekend. Now, I did say to you, I'm like, how are they going to cross when the borders close? But as we know, the exemptions have been lifted for certain individuals, especially people who have family members in Canada. So if you are tied to a family member, you live in the United States, you are eligible to come over now. So they have seen an increase in traffic in Americans in our country. The number of incoming visitors has been gradually increasing in the days since travel restrictions began lifting for the fully vaccinated eligible. Now, you will need to have your vaccination card. Canada has exemptions in place for foreign nationals who are immediate family members of a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, as well as process to allow extended family members and international students to apply. So that is what's facing the news today. I don't know if you've got some more social media we're going to hit up when we come back from this very important message from our sponsors, but we appreciate the time that the sponsors take. Take a look at these sponsor boards and we'll be right back after this message.
First Local, supported by Need window coverings? Locally owned and operated, Knack completes window coverings from start to finish. Call or message us today to schedule your free quote and experience what Knack can do for you.
Inches fake. Home to Lola. Found. This large male sports a wig trimming black fur.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
Welcome back. Today is just kind of chock-a-block full of important stuff. I'm going to do a really quick update. We do have breaking news. We did just post to our website. We received notification that the city's Public Works and Engineering Services Department are intending to inform motorists that Pym Street will be closed to through traffic between McDonald Avenue and Oakwood Drive. The closure is necessary to facilitate emergency lateral repair.
That sounds
It almost feels like that I should be echoed when I say that. Emergency lateral repair.
I'm like trying to follow your rhythm.
So access to homes and businesses in this area will of course be maintained. Are you too good to get to your home?
Go to your home. Are you too good for your home? Happy Gilmore.
Motorists are urged to be cautious and to obey all signage in the area during this time. And the city of Sault Ste. Marie, of course, thanks its citizens for their patience and understanding during this temporary road closure. So we have it on their word that it is temporary. We do not in this moment have a timeline on it.
You know what the definition of temporary is?
Well, I like definitions. I like to work off a common starting point.
Absolutely.
So
but
otherwise,
that famous line, Sault Ste. Marie would like to thank you for your patience. We have no choice. Okay, Craigers, my birthday man. What do you got for us?
And first of all, thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. And yes, Heidi, it is Evil Gary's birthday too, so we have to wish him a happy birthday too. We do have a nice day for today. We're looking at temperatures around 29. On the weekend, we hit 28, both Saturday and Sunday, with beautiful blue skies. Today is just another day exactly like it, except we could hit 30 degrees later on this afternoon. We'll take a look at your 12-hour forecast. Oh, we're going to go outdoor first. Courtesy of our friends at Wireless Com. Look at that beautiful shot of the St. Mary's River and our downtown waterfront. It's a beautiful day today to take a stroll down there. Our temperatures, like I say, are going ahead towards the 29-degree mark, and it's a dry air too. We don't have to really worry about a lot of humidity, so it's a very comfortable day out there. We'll take a look now at your 12-hour forecast. We are currently sitting at 16 degrees. Heading towards that 29-degree mark, 30-degree mark, with plenty of sun in the forecast, some nice warm breezes this afternoon, and then we start seeing some clouds and maybe some showers during the overnight, which will linger into our Tuesday morning. But then we have this weekend to worry about with the Rotary Fest, and we're still working on that to give you a better forecast for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll try to do that. And by the way, News at Night is airing at 4 p.m. tonight because we do have City Council on at 4:30. So we'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Thank you, Craigers. And I will say it again. I think you looks great today. So happy birthday, and we wish you very well. And I hear Kevin's going to buy you lunch. Okay, Heidi. I want to talk a little bit about some First Nation stuff that's going on across our country today. But I just wondered if you want to start with anything. What do you got over there? Because I think it's your turn there, that 24-year-old.
Okay, well, you know what? We will save the rest of the social media, I think.
Okay.
I want to talk just for a moment because I myself have had questions around this, so I love it when a story comes that kind of speaks to me as well.
Okay.
So Ontario family doctors, now are asking for a clear plan they're waiting for clear details on Ontario's plan to ramp up their involvement in COVID-19 vaccination efforts. So provincial officials have indicated that they hope to include more family care practitioners in the immunization campaign in an effort to reach the residents still without first doses and slowly begin the process of shifting away from the mass clinics. So this is coming from Liz Mugga, president of the Ontario College of Family Physicians, and she has said that her professional group only heard about the plan when it was publicly announced on Thursday. Noses may be a little out of joint because really they should be involved. If it's going to come to devolve onto them, absolutely. So she said the college welcomed the news and wants to see a clear plan from the government soon. So the Ottawa-based physician has been among the select family doctors who has been able to offer COVID-19 vaccines in her office, and the government figures that 700 primary care sites have been administering the shots, which is far fewer than the thousands of pharmacies and other clinics Ontarians have had access to. So very robust article has been posted to our website. I've hit the high notes for you, but certainly there is a lot more information to be gleaned.
Thank you. You rock. Okay, I just wanted to mention that this Thursday, a detailed report from Tecumseh-Sequelim First Nation in British Columbia will have a detailed report of the 215 released findings on data on the findings that they received once they dove into what they found in the burial ground. So we will have that shortly. Also, Ottawa did transfer control of kids in care to a Saskatchewan First Nation. That story has been posted as well. That's to do with the Cowessess First Nation stands at the site of some unmarked graves. But Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made that announcement after he left the Sioux, and skipped his way over to Western Canada. So when he was there, he did make that announcement that Ottawa has transferred control. He skipped.
Did he prance?
Well, he should be prancing very quickly across every residential school territory in this country. And skip fast. Anyways, over to you. Do you want to hit some social media before we end the show today on this fine Monday?
Okay, so we left off with... We did do Steve Childs. There we go. Yes. So now we'll pick up with your parents, who are, accepting my challenge when I said your parents are watching. She said, "Yes, we are watching. You are being watched."
My naked shoulders.
I'm keeping her in line. Don't worry. Okay. Jim Whitty. I was driving down Queen Street when a hot dog cart darted in front of me.
And what?
It was a vendor bender.
Ooh. The canned applause for one Jim Whitty. Thank you, Jim.
I love that we have that now. I think we should use it all the time. I'd like to have it actually like at my desk. Okay.
2 minutes, babe.
Steve Childs, HBDC, which of course we don't need translation. Happy birthday, dear Craig. Mike Adams, Costa Rica. Yes. Costa Rica is watching today. He's got some sunshine to offer us. Excellent. A cup of coffee. He says, "Good morning." 2 palm trees. Giselle Tchaikovsky, happy birthday, Gary.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and good morning to you, Mike Adams.
Good morning, Mike Adams.
Evelyn McColman, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Evelyn. I haven't seen your name in a while. No, we've had Evelyn before, but thank you for popping back in. Enika is letting us know, yes, the dog's name is Sarah's, and she is 3 years old.
Oh, very cute face.
Steve's Childs is laughing till he cries.
Why?
I think we're funny.
I think we're funny.
We can be very funny. So, merci beaucoup says, "Good morning, ladies. So happy to start my week with you," with the little hearts on her eyes. Always nice to hear from you, merci. And I love to get your messages. So that wraps up the social media. I haven't done any factoids.
Okay, do one, and then we'll talk about Richard Branson tomorrow. We have lots of news to roll over. Do you want to do the factoid then? We got 30 seconds. Rip it, baby.
That's okay. I can do Elvis in 15 seconds.
Elvis
All right.
Is nothing.
July 12, 1954, 19-year-old Elvis Presley signed a recording contract with Sun Records. Also gave his notice that very day at his day job, which was with the Crown Electric Company. Sam Phillips from Sun Records originally wanted to use the 19-year-old to make demos of his songs meant for other artists, but soon realized that here was a man who could bridge the gap between white and black performances.
And she did it. We'll see you tomorrow. Have an awesome Monday.
That was kind of dramatic. She rips the earpiece.